I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. You guys are great.
Present.
Mr. Heater?
Present.
Ms. Sparksburg? Present. Dr. Washburn?
Present.
Mr. Lowe?
Present.
Mr. Irvin?
Present.
Thank you. Microphone on. Sorry about that. And I am present. Grissom Elementary School. You guys are up.
Good evening, Mr. Williams, Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Bell, and members of the board. Tonight, I have Mr. Nason, our assistant principal, and Miss Johnson, our school counselor, and some pretty awesome Astros here to present an update on some exciting things happening at Grissom. Our school enrollment averages are about the same from the 2023-2024 school year to this year. What we really appreciate is the fact that we continue to have instructional assistant support in our primary grades working with our youngest learners. And we are thrilled that at the semester, the district prioritized supporting our students with IEPs by adding a third resource teacher and instructional assistant. Teachers and students are being better supported with both academic and behavioral intervention plans, and we have seen a reduction in suspension since coming back from Christmas break. So thank you very much for prioritizing that and for supporting our school. Our school goals continue to be the same this year as last year. We're working hard each day to make continued improvements in attendance and academics and behavior. In past presentations, I have shared with you policies, procedures, incentives, and frameworks to increasing attendance and academic achievement. But this year, what I thought would be exciting or something new would be to share with you what we're doing as a school community to reduce the number of our out-of-school suspensions and to increase SEL supports at Grissom. Some exciting updates for Grissom are that we were recognized by the Indiana Department of Education in two areas. The first was that we were awarded a Purple Star school, which we're super proud of, and that distinction is given to schools with a commitment to service members, veterans, and students and families connected to our nation's military. And then the Early Literacy Award was given to 3 schools in the state, and we were one. And those schools have established strategies and partnerships supporting all students in the mastery of foundational reading skills. So if you know me, my heart is always with our K-2 kiddos and teaching them how to read. And I really believe that teaching kids how to read and developing a love of reading is a lifelong skill. So we are very proud of the work that we do each day to support our students and their family. And something fun that also has happened, which I don't know if that slide is in there, is that our school received a facelift this year. So over fall break, Smoots came out. They did a phenomenal job. If you've driven down Macedonia, you've seen it. We have beautiful new landscape that was put in over fall break, and it really uplifted the grounds. It enhanced the aesthetic appeal and presents our school as a welcoming place for children to be and for their families to visit.
Good evening. Once again, I'm Ryan Nason. I am the assistant principal at Grissom. Thank you so much for inviting us today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our discipline and behavior models that we've implemented this year. Once again, our school goal is to decrease our out-of-school suspensions by 20%. And Ms. Charles and I and our school support team have really, really worked hard. It's a fine line between supporting our teachers and doing what's best for the students and also supporting our families. So we really worked really hard at coming up with plans and coming up with alternatives to keep kids in school. And so I just kind of want to point out a few of the things that we're doing at Grissom this year that have really seemed to help and benefit our students. So the first thing I want to talk about is we have kind of streamlined our MTSS process. We're really looking at grouping students and finding out what interventions we need to implement with them as far as behavior. So we're doing a lot of SEL groups with our counselor, our student assistance coordinator, our family navigator. So we got lots of kids doing lots of intervention groups. They've got one-on-one help with breakfast buddies, lunch bunch, a lot of outside of the school programs as well that has really helped with making sure that our students are receiving behavior intervention as well as getting another resource teacher that's going to help provide those students with behavior support as well. The second thing that I wanted to address was looking at our PBIS system from last year. Kind of really felt like it needed a little bit of a revamp. And so this year we've incorporated a number of things to kind of help improve our positive behavior intervention systems. One thing that we have started is our Astro store, and that's going really well. Students throughout the days and the weeks can earn Astro Bucks, and then they can, at the end of the week, spend those at our store. And then also, starting this semester, we have started Awesome Astros initiative. And so each week we focus on a positive behavior that we want the entire school to focus on. So last week it was being a kind helper. This week it's following hallway expectations. And then the teachers throughout the week reinforce that with their students. And then at the end of the week, they choose the student that exemplified that targeted behavior. And then they come down, they get a certificate. You can see the second picture here. They get a certificate, they get a picture, they get a prize. And it's really been, so far, I think very beneficial. We've seen a lot of students that may not always get recognized for positive behavior. They're the ones that are getting this recognition. And I think it's been a great morale boost for them and just make them, feel good about themselves. And then finally, I wanted to address parent communication in our school. Last year, I talked about our out-of-school suspension reentry conferences, which we're still doing, and they've been a real positive benefit for our kiddos that have had behavior issues, getting the families to come in, and as a team, we problem solve, what can we do to not let this happen again? But on top of that, we've also been really working on having preventative parent meetings. We see these behaviors kind of amping up a little bit. Let's talk to the parents. Let's invite them into the school so that we can address the issue before it gets that far. And so we're being a little more proactive with that. And also with that parent communication, just really, I think it's using Parent Square has been a big help to us this year. It's a quick way that teachers and administrators can just communicate with parents throughout the day so that, because we're all very busy, and getting them to be aware of what's going on. And I feel like my theory is always, the more that the students know that home and school are communicating, that's when we're going to start seeing real change, because they know that they're not going to be able to play one side off the other. So I think it's been a big, something that I feel like I've really tried to work on. This is my second year as assistant principal, is getting to know the families, making them feel welcome at school. And, we may have disagreements, but we all have the students' best interest at heart, and now we just need to come together and figure out what we need to do next steps with the students and with the families. One thing that we did in January was we did our Pie in the Face initiative. So I was thinking, when we were meeting with the PBIS team, December, we've got Christmas coming up, and we've got Christmas parties, and we've got Christmas break, and so we've got lots of things that kids can keep focused on and work towards. When you come back from Christmas break, not so much. So I figured, let's try to do something in January, and this is what we decided on. So students, we had 10 volunteers of staff members, and then students during lunch got to vote on the top 5 who would get the pie in the face. I came in first place, not surprising. I think I got more votes than all the other participants combined, but it was great. I heard every single day, "You're getting a pie in the face." I tell them, I think I'm gonna be sick that day. But I showed up, so wanted to share a video with you all about how that went. And you may notice one of our students here might be in this video. I don't know what I did to Mr. Finnick this day, but he hit the bullseye for sure. So. I would say overall the students loved it, and I'm just excited to continue to meet with PBIS and think of more fun ways to incentivize students to have good behavior at school. So, thank you.
Thank you.
So, one thing that's really cool is I've had lots of great opportunities. If you're familiar with Lori Desitel, I was able to go to one of her trainings talking about drum circle. I am a Muncie Southside graduate. Music is important to me, and you're drumming today. So I was really excited to be able to introduce drum circle at Grissom. I don't want to introduce something if I'm not sure if they can handle it. And after my time there, I was like, we can do this. There's a lot of research talking about drum circle. It's community building. I have a paper that I'll probably speak off the top of my head. So some of the different things that come out of it: social skills, teamwork, sharing, impulse control, having inhibition, because I'm handing children a drum and saying, don't hit it. And even some of my most squirrely little children who I was afraid were going to throw it at me, they stopped. When it was time for drumming, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. And they did over and over. So we wanted to go ahead and just kind of demonstrate one of our drum circle, a couple of our activities. So I have some students that I'd like to invite up. I'd also like to invite Ms. White and Dr. Reynolds to the circle. So come on in. You can't tell me no. And I'm going to also force them to get over the number one fear of most people, which is speaking in public. So we're going to all say our names. You guys, I can have them go to another screen with your name and you can tell them yourself. Who wants to tell us your grade and your name?
My name is Finnick and I'm in 4th grade.
Thank you.
That will be my. I didn't tell you that, my bad.
Thank you, Jacoby. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Talia.
Hello, I'm Dr. Reynolds.
Welcome to our circle. First thing we're going to do is talk for a minute about the expectations of the circle, and then you will have a chance to go up and choose your instrument. When you get your instrument, you're not going to play. Now, I will give you a few moments to just go crazy and play. Okay, but my expectation is when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, we stop after play. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we do? Stop. Okay. So the expectation, we're going to have a good time, but we're going to work on building team. We're going to work together. We're going to listen to each other, and we're going to collaborate. That is really important. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to go up. You will choose your instrument. We have the bongos, we have congas, we have some hand drums. You can now with that. You will also have your children if you would prefer. So I'm going to let my 2 adults come up first, because I'm the oldest child, so I will the oldest one first. So come on up.
Oh, that's you, Mike.
I will take my 5th grader. Sorry. My 2 5th graders. Okay, so what we're gonna start off doing is we're just gonna echo. I'm gonna play something, you're gonna play it back. We're gonna do that for a little bit, and then I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Then we're gonna go around the circle and go each person on a chance. So I'll play it, you'll play it back. Tristan will play it, you'll play it back. Ruben will play it, you'll play it back. Okay? What are we gonna do if we mess up? We're gonna put our arms right. We're gonna break down, or we're gonna say keep going. Yes, that's what's important. So you're gonna play back to me. I'm gonna play about 5 or 6 in a row. Are you ready? Okay, are we ready to pack this beer? So what we're gonna do is I will play something, we will play it back. Okay, we'll move which way? We're gonna be next. Trenton will play, we will play it back. We'll move where then? And then we'll do Dr. Reynolds. Where does Dr. Reynolds? Oh no, we're already around, okay? And then what we'll do is, once we get this around, we're gonna try to go with that kind of. We'll start a second meeting, we'll see if we can pass this around. Some of you were in classes that we were able to accomplish this. Some we weren't. Yes. Yeah, my third grader did a really good job. So I'm gonna play, you're gonna play. Trevor's gonna play, and you're gonna play. You ready? Okay, we're gonna try this again, but we're gonna do everything within a 4 count, okay? So I want you to listen to this after so that you're doing it, okay? Everything's gonna be in the 4 count, okay? So we're gonna try this one more time going around. Let's not have that stuff. You ready to start that again? Ready? Think we can try that one more time and pass the second beat around? We can try it, right? Because we'll world end if we don't get it right. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna let you know, once we get to finish, we're gonna start a second. If you're not sure what to do, we can all do. Everybody do that one time. So if you're not sure in the moment, you've got to build in when you can do. You ready? Okay, we're gonna start after finish. So I will start. You'll hear 2 beats at the same time. But you're only gonna focus on the one coming towards you, right? You're only gonna follow finish. You're not gonna listen when I start a second one until it makes its way around, okay? So I'm gonna play a beat, and you're gonna play the same thing, and we're gonna pass it around, okay? Ready? Raise your hand if you're confused. Okay. Knows what we are doing. Tell me what I need to do. Yes. So once it gets to finish, I'm gonna start a second. And I'll just tell you what it's gonna be. And when it gets to Dr. Riddle for the second time, I'm gonna say, thank you. I'm gonna do it. Okay? We'll try this. We're our last shot at it. You guys have done a great job. I'm proud of you. You ready? You did a wonderful
There we go. Creatively. How many times did you get in trouble?
So all the Astros here, all that just played in the drum circle, why don't you guys come on up? I've got Mrs. Whitten. My wife and I bought some books tonight, and you just happen to be on the receiving end. So come on up. We're going to pick out a book. So you guys pick out a book that'll be interesting to you and take it home. You want that one? You know Michael Jordan? You don't hesitate, Jack Drums. Okay, great. You're welcome. Thank you.
So you can imagine having 18 kids do this in a music class. It just teaches them to wait their turn, show compassion for others. There's so much they got from a lot of impulse control, creativity, and all of our kids talked about how much they really enjoyed doing the drum circle and how it was a really great team building activity. So we're super thankful for all of our community partners. Mr. Page, as you know, is a jewel, a gift to our school. He brings in a lot of outside support, wraparound services. We have churches that work with us, MPD. We've got parent volunteers. We've got church volunteers. We had Muncie Central come over and partner with us this year. So we have a lot of wraparound support to help us have our success at Grissom. And we appreciate you taking time out of your evening to hear about Grissom, and we appreciate the support that you continue to give to our students, our staff, and our families.
Okay. Questions for? How's early grade literacy?
That's kind of where my heart is at. So we place a huge emphasis at Grissom on reading and on teaching kids to read. So all of our kiddos have a reading lab time where they receive reading instruction at their level. So some kiddos go with our intervention teachers, some kiddos go with our more veteran teachers, and they receive instruction at the level where they're at. So our big focus this year is on UFly, and there's a lot of really great research out there about using the UFly curriculum to teach kiddos letters and sounds, how you blend those sounds together to make words. And I can say that I just completed monthly data chats with K-5, and our kindergartners are really strong. We are really proud of the progress they've made, and most of our kindergartners, when you look at the phonics, phonemic awareness, high frequency words and vocabulary in iReady, which is the tool that we use to kind of assess their progress, they're already late K. So we're thrilled. We have them in books. We haven't ever had our kindergartners in guided reading books this early. So I definitely think that CKLA, UFly, OG, and we have two really good intervention teachers that work with our kiddos. It is making an impact, and I think we are out of that COVID era. We have preschool, so there's just a lot of really good supports for our youngest learners that our hope is that by the time that they do get to third grade, that we have a larger percentage of our kiddos that are not still learning how to read, but they are really ready to read to learn, and they have that strong foundation of what do I do when I get to a word and I don't know it, and that they are fluent readers.
So the third graders this year, it's my understanding that there'll be 2 testing opportunities in the summer in addition to the school year test. Have you?
Oh, we met today. We met today. So what we're going to do is we are testing all of our third graders in small group. So their homeroom teacher is testing them in groups of 3, 4. I'm testing kiddos individually. Our intervention teachers are testing the kiddos that they've had all year. So they're going to test in the best optimal environment that they can. And then we will get those results back the exact same day that we finish segment 3. So at Grissom, we're going to test on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So Wednesday by 11 o'clock, I will have my spreadsheet out, and we will know what kids have passed, what kids haven't passed, and then we will regroup them. So kiddos that passing scores of 446, kiddos that pass a 400 are historically, with really good intervention, we can get them to pass in May. So we have strategically already told a couple of our third grade teachers that they're going to have those, quote, bubble kids for the intervention time from March to May. And then our intervention teachers will be taking kiddos that pass, that need enrichment and novel studies are going to go with a different teacher. And then kiddos that still need that phonics, phonemic instruction, they're going to go with a different teacher, and they'll receive U-Fly. So then we'll test them all in May. We'll see what they do in May. And Mr. Haro and I met today, and we are already going to start looking into some summer, like iRead, curriculum options that we could purchase for Grissom, so that our 2 weeks of summer school is the most intense, rigorous instruction that we can give. I love to teach still, so I plan on being a part of teaching still, and our goal is to have as many kiddos pass as we possibly can.
Okay. We're in the process of trying to work with the university to add additional tutors.
That would be great.
So
Yeah,
we'll
we
see
have
if that-
after-school tutoring, so the more
That's
hands
true.
that we can get, the smaller the groups we can have, the better.
Yeah, and we're thinking of some during the school day tutoring as well.
That'd be great.
Given
We'd love it. We've got
The stakes are very high,
they are
obviously.
very high. They are. Yes.
Okay. Let us, is there anything that you need from the board at this point to maximize your performance with the third grade literacy? That's where the focus has to be.
Yeah.
Very, very
We
strong.
need all your good thoughts next week as we are giving the assessment, and we are really pumping our kids up, telling them they can pass it. We do believe in them. So just send good thoughts our way. We all are very much invested in them passing the test, and a lot of hard work has gone into preparing our kiddos, and our teachers definitely sense the urgency. We sense the urgency. I'll probably be able to sleep after we get the test done, because we know the stakes are very, very high, and we don't want to be retaining students.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can do a drum circle, which lost me, you can.
Yeah, we are very hopeful. We've definitely put the work in, and we started that back in August.
Okay. Any additional questions?
We are at about 92% right now. So our student assistance coordinator is phenomenal, and our family navigator, and they, from the time that they come in till the time that they leave, they have their nose to the grind, calling parents, doing home visits, getting doctor's notes, having conferences, talking to kids. We have Mrs. Stone has an SEL attendance group, so we have targeted kids that she sees for lunch 4 days a week, in a hope that they are wanting to come to school to have that positive interaction with her. So attendance-wise, we feel really good, especially in cold and flu season, that we're still at the 92% attendance rate. So hopefully, once we can get into the warmer weather, we can have some higher percentages here, March, April, and May, and hopefully that average will get to 93 or as close to 94 as possible. But I think back to a couple years ago, we were at an 86% attendance rate. So the fact that we are at 92, I think, is a huge testament to a lot of people doing a lot of really hard work in our building.
So one of the things that I'm hearing, I've talked to all three of the hearing officers in the program that we started this year. And one of the themes that is emerging is what I'll call that belt between, they don't have bus service, but it's still, you know, a bit of a walk. And so transportation seems to be a barrier for some. And that, no, they haven't specifically singled out Grissom. But are you seeing that being a pattern with your absenteeism within that area where we don't have bus service to pick up, but the walking is still perhaps a bit of a challenge? Or have you broken it down?
I don't think it, I will say at Grissom, Mrs. Stone does a really good job of working some sweet deal that that families that need transportation are getting it. It's about a mile walk. So Earthstone, they do have to walk from Earthstone, but we have some kiddos that have gotten some special transportation for some unique circumstances. And Mrs. Stone's really good about working with DCS to get, and Mr. Pages to get those services hooked up for those families. So our kiddos, they're coming or they're walking. I mean, we have families that since coming to Project Attend, they understand the seriousness of it. And they are bringing their children to school.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Anything further? Any questions?
Wait, to your point though, there was a period of time where you had a lot of construction going on the street. Did that affect your attendance, you think?
Oh no, the foreman was really gracious and met with me, and they did not start work on Macedonia in the morning until we were done with morning arrival. So they would wait until 8 o'clock, and then he would pack everything up at 2 o'clock. So they were really kind. They would come, they would meet with us. They would say, you know, we're a little bit delayed here. This is what we're thinking. We're in a pave. You know, what times are going to be best for you? So that did not impede our attendance because they weren't working at arrival and dismissal on Macedonia.
During college, I did some road work, and I loved it when people made those demands.
I'm sure I smiled, and I was very nosy.
No, I was really, I was a laborer.
Did you enjoy it?
I'm serious. I was happy when somebody said, you can't start before 8:30 and you have to be done by 2. That was music to my ears.
Yeah, they were happy to pack up at 2, especially in August when it was really hot out.
I was throwing hammers in the back of trucks.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Anything further? Thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we are on to our Black History Month presentation. Thank you all. Thanks for coming, Astros.
Well, good afternoon, President Williams and members of the board. Thank you so much for allowing me an opportunity to highlight a few events in honor of Black History Month. The first event I wanted to talk about briefly is the MLK Dream Team Black History Month essay contest. And we had a winner from the high school, Michaela Gibson. She's a freshman at Muncie Central, wrote an outstanding essay on Harriet Tubman. And she was supposed to be here tonight, and I was kind of hanging out over there hoping that she would show up. Principal Walker, he arranged for she and her mom to be here tonight, so I'm not sure what happened with them, but she could not be here to read her essay. But that's unfortunate because it was phenomenal. So maybe you'll get a chance to check it out at another time. But the other event that I wanted to highlight is our Black History Month decorating contest. And I want to take a few minutes just to kind of give you a little background on it. For the past 5 years now, our schools have participated in the Black History Month decorating contest, where students and teachers can decorate their door, they can decorate their bulletin board or their wall outside of their classroom. The theme is always left open. I think it's very important that the teachers and students can come up with their own theme, whatever they would like. It could be on a movement, it can be on a person, past or present. So we leave that totally up to them, and they can be as flexible as they want to be. And so it's always a neat way for our teachers and our students to learn about Black history and to be creative as they would like, and also have a little fun with it. So there's nothing like having a little bit of competition amongst your friends and colleagues. So the judges use a rubric to score the displays, and it consists of 4 categories, a total of 100 points. Each category is broken down, and it's worth 25 points apiece. The categories are the topic, the subject, and informative of it. The originality and the creativity is another category. The visual impact, and also the completeness. Now, they do have an opportunity to earn bonus points if the display is interactive. And so a lot of the teachers and students, they choose to do something to add a little twist to theirs to make it like stand out above the rest. The judges consist of various community leaders. We have Ball State professors. I reach out to them. I reach out to Ivy Tech. This year, I reached out to a couple of our security officers, parents, and just various community leaders across our community. So it's always nice for outside people to come in and take a look at the talent that we have amongst us in Muncie Community Schools. This year, the students and teachers had the whole month of January. We've done it a little bit different in various years, but I thought this year, I want them to take the whole month of January to complete their displays. They have the whole month, and once February 1st comes, the displays are up and ready to go for outside folks and administrators and teachers to look at the displays and enjoy them as they're coming in and out of the building. So hopefully, if you've been out in our buildings, you've seen and come across a few of those. Each year, the judges pick an overall winner from each building. And then the district equity team, we pick an overall winner based off the individual winners, which is always a very, very, very tough decision for us to make. And so you will see displays of the winners from each building on our screen here. EWA, Karen Schroeder had a really good one. I mean, all of these are good. These are the top, what the judges consider the top and the best of the best. And keep in mind, all of them are very, very, very good. There's Jalen Hentz, music teacher. She used some records to display some music and different musicians. The Harlem Hellfighters from the Muncie Area Career Center. I would encourage you and I invite you to please take a walk down the MAC hallway once you leave here. Chris Horner, he and his fire and rescue students just outdid themselves this year. And mind you, the competition here at the MAC, I mean, I literally have to walk down the hall like hiding because everybody is pulling for me to come and check out their display. And the construction class, they won overall last year. They even did a little tribute to me in their display this year. So you'll see a picture of me back in my college days running track. Yes, it's me. And so they did a Sports Illustrated theme. So if you want to get a little humor, please go down that hallway. But today, I would like to feature the overall district winner, and that is, we have them here with us. They are featured here tonight in the flesh. Andrea Streety and the third graders from Longfellow Elementary School. And as you see here, they did Henry Box Brown display, just phenomenal. I don't know how she comes up with these ideas, but she is very creative along with her students, her kiddos. And so this is them and their display, and like I said, just phenomenal. We were blown away with a lot of the displays. They keep getting better and better each year. Each year I think, okay, nobody can do any better. And they always come out with something different. And I'm sure the judges that are sitting in this room would agree with that. But just a phenomenal display here, and I'm so glad that they are here with us tonight, and we can congratulate them in person. And so I would like, and they will be presented with prizes and a certificate. Each building winner will receive a certificate and also a little Black History swag. And in the past, we've always done like some type of party. You know, kids like to eat. And so we have done a donut party in the past. We've also done, I know when Dr. K was here, we did like little packs of candy. We have also done popcorn. We did a popcorn party last year. Tara Gudger was phenomenal in helping pop popcorn for all of the classroom winners. So we were busy popping popcorn and driving around the district trying to deliver those. And so the kids also were able to enjoy a Black History video or movie of some sort while they enjoy their popcorn. So we thought that would be kind of befitting for them to enjoy that. But I'll stop for now.
How many students do we have tonight?
Let's see. We got 4 here from the 3rd grade class. And how many students do you have total? 17. Yes, 17. So.
So why don't you guys come on up?
Okay.
Mrs. Williams and I purchased some books for your classroom, and then you guys that are here, you can take one. You come on up all the way.
Get your book.
So sort through those and pick out a book to take home, and then we'll give the rest to your teacher. Come on up, Miss Street. Come on up. And you know they're all over the place here. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And so, why don't you guys say
Sure. Like, you want a sack? No, I want to get rid of it. Yeah, great job.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Nice.
you can always use books, right? You're welcome.
Okay. And so I will let them introduce themselves, and if you have any questions for this group, feel free to ask.
Hi, my name is Genesis.
Hi, Genesis.
Hi, my name is Violet.
Hi, Violet.
Hi, my name is Jamaria.
Hi, Jamaria.
My name is Tyro.
And I'm Mrs. Street.
Hi, Mrs. Streety. Well, you guys did a great job on your room. Are you having a good school year?
Yes.
Are things going pretty well?
Yes.
Are you learning a lot?
Yes.
Tell me again what grade you're in.
Third.
3rd grade. So you doing fractions?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like fractions. What?
Trying to make calculators.
Do you have anything you want to ask us about the schools that you need? Is there anything that's really bothering you? You sure? You can, please, if there's something that's bothering you, let us know.
President Williams, I don't know if you all can see, but each student has their own little box, in their display.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Didn't we give a pizza party? Yeah. Well, do you want a big pizza party?
Yes.
So what pizza is your favorite in Muncie?
Cheese Muncie.
Cheese Muncie? No, what kind of pizza? Pizza King, Papa John's, Domino's, Little Caesars.
No Caesars.
You're not going to break the bank with Little Caesars.
10 for $1.
Well, maybe we can get something. Wait, you guys figure out when you want to do it, and we'll pitch in. This Friday? Okay. Just for this class, so the rest of Longfellow's kind of out of luck.
When you give out to all the other classes, like, what do they get? Well, this group will get, a Black History pencil and the bracelets that say Black History, Black History Month, Black History, American History, I think that's what the bracelets say. Each class will get a Black History pencil, but this group will get bracelets. And certificate. Yeah, and pizza.
Well, that's fantastic.
You guys want to tell us anything about your project? Like, who came up with the idea, or?
What was like the favorite thing you learned about your project?
My favorite thing about the project is because we got to get in like a photo and we had to like pose for it, and it was really fun.
Yeah. With all your friends.
They
it just like cropped down. It was like a weird picture situation thing, but we made it happen. They had like, it wasn't quite like he was, but it was, if you could see him up front, they're kind of like, there. They had to tell. And they had to tell why freedom was important to them.
Make sure you read a lot, okay? Just read all the time. You guys like to read?
Yes.
Also, I would like to thank Mr. Moore for giving us encouragements and
Talking about morning encouragement and what does he do in the morning?
He let us know that we can do anything.
Oh, yeah. I can't see Mr. Moore back there. Was he whispering to you?
But I was surprised. I told them when I went to their room this morning, they were actually had a chance to see, and they were learning about the area. But we were talking a little bit when I seen the house. I'm like, man, think about the food drive had a ghost little box that traveled throughout, and just think about that. So when they were doing the area list, I was thinking, man, if they had measured that and go home and talk to their parents about that, that's just an opportunity to give them to learn more, not just about Black history, but how it applies to everyday life. So they just continue to inspire me. I didn't know you were going to say that, Genesis. Thank you. Student of mine, Violet.
Pizza
They
every
are
Friday.
wonderful kids, and they are just, Miss Treaty comes up with all these amazing ideas all the time. I don't know how she does it, but the kids really got involved and were really just involved with the whole production. So, again, congratulations, Miss Treaty, and to our wonderful, wonderful young lions.
Thank you.
And kudos to Ms. Street, because she won the overall district award like before.
That's my first year here. The first year here, yeah. The second time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for,
that's all I have.
thank you. Oh, I've
Okay.
got books for Michaela.
Oh, okay, Michaela.
Can you deliver those to her? So those are from Jennifer and I. Okay, thank you.
So in honor of Black History Month as well, I got to judge it. Really, really cool. Loved it. I have Westview. It was fun to walk through Westview, really, see all the displays. But then I was invited to Southview because they had their Black History Month program. I know we had amazing programs throughout the year. But I was asked to be a part of the program, and they asked me to do a poem. And so I'm going to share the poem. Now, I am no Nikki Giovanni at all. But it's like, what do you create for elementary kids, K-5? So I wrote a poem, and it's called Color. And I'm going to read it to you all, and then we can conclude our Black History Month. But it says, my skin is a beautiful chocolate brown. Yours might be brown or pretty white. My eyes are brown or black or green. Yours might be gray, green, or light. Does the color of our eyes really matter? Who cares if they are brown or blue? The really cool, important thing is that your eyes see me and my eyes see you. Your hair might be reddish, blondish, blackish, or brown. Some hair might even be blue. My hair, if I had some, could be all different colors too. But what matters more than our hair is that I can be me and you can be you. When we run a race and we run real fast, we might fall down and hurt ourselves or get cut by glass. And when we do, we might boo-hoo, we might bleed like all cuts do. But when we bleed, the color is red. Red is the color of love. That's what my mama said. No matter what color our skin or hair or eyes might be, I can still be kind to you, and you can still be kind to me. So look at your neighbor, do it right now, and I will do it too. Now yell real loud to that friend, Happy Black History Month to you. walking away, one kid is like really crying really, really hard, and we're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Am I that bad of a coach? And he was like, no, I just feel so bad because Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King is dead. And I'm like, oh, thank you for caring about Dr. King. We just love each other like he wanted us to do, and so we walked away. But it was great to be a part of that.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
before you wrap it up, did any of you attend any of the concerts? I attended the one at Northside. Oh my God, that was great.
It was.
Thank you.
We have one more on Thursday.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
have one
fourth
more
and fifth
Thursday.
graders
Did
and
not
some
attend
Central.
any? Attended.
Where is it Thursday?
Central.
What time?
1:15.
Do I have this right, Mrs. Marlette from Southside?
Oh, no, Miss Hintz.
Hintz.
The
Thank
choir
you.
choir
Oh.
teacher.
Oh,
Jalen.
the music.
She can sing.
She can sing.
I'd go watch her in concert somewhere. But anyway, what was amazing was, and we were talking about it,
Yep.
what got the kids up with their phones? Shining? Billie Jean. I mean, it went crazy.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just,
they
it was a great concert.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
they were in the aisles dancing, and
They-
yeah, we
they
were
were.
kind of sitting by each
They were all
other.
having fun. So again, Jim, if you've not attended, go.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please check it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Dr. Reynolds.
Yeah, just a couple of quick updates. I want to thank our Central High School administrative team and students and families just making the launch of our weapons detection system such a success. The kids have been terrific. The families have been great, very supportive. We had, the first full week of implementation, we were pretty cold in the morning, single digits in the morning, and did some in-flight adjustments following that first day on Friday, and got the kids in the building. Kids were not waiting outside. So anyway, just thanks to everyone that made that happen, and especially our families and students for being so adaptive and understanding of that layer of protection for our students.
How's the feedback been?
Very positive. Very positive. As Jim mentioned, we have our final Black History Month concert is this Thursday at 1:15 at Central. We're bringing in all of our fourth and fifth graders to hear that music and see the slides on the Black artists and the impact they've made on the music industry. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, we just have the South Side crowd was very different than the North Side crowd. They were just more quiet and reserved than the North Side folks, but they were very respectful and came up to the stage and had lots of terrific conversations with students after the concert. So just a blast, and we're looking forward to Thursday and wrapping up that series for our kiddos. We host boys basketball sectionals. Sectional week is next week. I've not looked at the forecast. I don't know if we're getting a sectional snow. I hope not. We should have a tremendous week of basketball next week. We drew a bye, so we'll be on the Friday, the second game, Friday evening. We'll play about 7:30ish. First game will not include us, of course, and those are two games on Tuesday. Some of the best basketball teams in the state. So it's a tremendous opportunity to showcase the Muncie Community Schools. If you get a chance to come out and check that out. And then the final game's on Saturday. I believe it's at 6 or 6:30. I'll have to get back at that time. But again, just a great opportunity to showcase the historic field house and bring new folks into that to see our space. As Ms. Charles mentioned, we have our iRead 3 assessment kicks off next week. That is a important assessment for our students just to see how they're doing as far as literacy goes at that third grade benchmark. Just ask our families to make sure you're there on time, make sure your kids get a good night's rest, get them there early so they can have breakfast if they're going to eat at our schools. So again, just have those folks and thoughts, and your thoughts. That's a stressful time for our kids and our teachers. They take that very seriously, and we want them to take that seriously, but understand that it's a benchmark test. It's a one-time test that we'll move on from and make sure that kids get any type of remediation they need following that. But that starts next week.
Questions for Dr. Reynolds? So have you had any conversations yet on the implementation of potential similar security measures at north side and south side?
Just a couple of conversations with the principals
Are
about
they
what that
open?
could,
Are they
yes.
open?
Yep, absolutely.
Any additional questions? Okay. We are on to the consent agenda. You have the items in your packet. Any questions concerning the consent agenda? We have new hires. Anybody here that's a new hire? Austin Rogers, Donald Watkins, okay. Eugenia Beaver? No? Okay. We have a retirement language arts teacher, Stacy Gill at Central High School. Is she retiring end of the year? So thank Ms. Gill for 25 years of service at Muncie Community Schools, and wish her well. Any additional comments concerning the consent agenda? If not, would entertain a motion. Been moved, seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have an RFQ or RFP for food service that we have to advertise, and this is done on a template prescribed by IDOE that comes down derivatively through USDA. Mr. Jerome.
Yes, thank you. Yes, presented in your board packet tonight is the permission to advertise for bids for the food service management company. Every 5 years, you have to do this. The last 5 years, we have used Chartwells, and then we were able to renew it each year that we so chose. We're now at the end of that 5 years. We had done this the last time right before COVID hit in March of 2020. It's hard to believe we're able to do it again. Presented in front of you is the process we're following. It's the exact template they give us from the DOE in Indianapolis. We just received approval this morning on the actual packet itself, so that has been now approved. So asking the school board permission for us to make those advertisements tonight.
Any questions regarding the process?
I have a quick one. Why do we have to go through DOE? It's just, I'm curious.
It's federal funds, so for us to comply with federal funds, we have to follow the regs that come in the DOE at the Indiana level implements that.
They're the implementing body for the funds,
Yep.
so they prescribe the template.
Yep.
Therefore, they send out and receive
Yes.
the bids on our behalf. Okay.
Brad,
Yeah.
what will the critical things be that you're going to look for in the RFP?
You say what's the critical thing?
Yeah, I mean, not the RFP. I just mean
Yeah, we have
what's going to be important.
Yeah, we have a scoring matrix we had to put together
Okay.
for the RFQ, all specified by the DOE. We have about 10 components. One component is price. Some other components are, can you do food or family, local family farm food? Can you do, what's their service? What's their experience? What are their references? So it's a pretty wide cross-section that our committee will score them. The last time we received, we had approximately 5 food service companies that we toured all the district. We'll tour whoever is interested again about April 4th. The bids are due April 10th at 10 in the morning here. And usually they send us, at least 5 years ago, it's 3 giant 3-ring binders is what we have to. I'm looking at Dr. Reynolds because he was on the committee with myself, and that gave us a lot of reading during the COVID. So our intention is to bring it back to the school board May 13th. The DOE is heavily involved in the process. Once we finish the scoring and come up with our recommendation, we then have to submit it back to the DOE in Indianapolis. This year, they've informed me that they have to actually live stream our bid opening process, which I've worked with our own technology department to figure out how we will do that on April 10th, which we will. And then we'll come up with a process and recommendation back to the board in May.
Okay. Any additional questions? How many bids do we generally, did we receive 3 last time?
Yeah, we took five companies around, and I think 3 submitted. And I think, COVID could have had something to do with that, because the world was changing. We just finished the tour of all the pre-bid stuff, and the world stopped. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes, it is.
So Dave, you asked the question, do you remember the school pizzas from your time in the square?
Little rectangular guys.
Yeah. They have those, at the Hodes. $3.99 for a pack of 10.
I've obviously eaten those here.
I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Yeah, well, I've seen those, yeah.
Okay. Do they have McCon market? Yeah.
Yeah. Just right.
We better if it's the trade fee at lunchtime, is that verboten? Dr. Bell's shaking her head.
$1.10.
Yeah.
I think that's where I learned how marketplace works.
They get more options.
Yeah.
You got, this is what we're having.
Yeah, this is what's,
It
you're
wasn't
right.
it wasn't a choice.
No choices, right.
$1.10.
Our lunch was 55 cents. 55 cents, and I was one of the strange children that got white milk. Maybe I was good chocolate. Probably, I'd be 6'8". Okay, so we are getting bids on food. We do need a motion for this. Moved and seconded. Any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. On the dialogue and recommendations, report that we had a meeting with Dr. Reynolds and his team on the strategic plan, which we're seeking feedback now. March is going to be a time where we work to obtain community feedback, maybe into April. The goal is to have the strategic plan and revisions to the innovation plan the state requires by midsummer. Innovation plan will be, and the report on the strategic plan will be due end of October. So at some point, Cindy, we will need to schedule a work session, probably June, to look at the strategic plan draft and make sure we're catching the necessary feedback. Dr. Kay, in her consultancy role, has sent the results of the survey. I will forward those to all of you later this week. By and large, the response from all of our parents, I thought was pretty positive. So we'll get that out. The university is working with us on hopefully some assistant tutors at our early grade, specific to third grade, as we address the statute that Indiana has passed, in an effort to get as many as possible of our third graders passing third grade reading. The university supplied 100 tickets to the university basketball game on March 4th. Those were divided between South and Northside Middle School as incentives for their students. They're excited about that. The Y has its grand opening on March 8th, so as many of you as possible. I thought Central, I want to shout out to the swimmers. I thought they performed really, really well in the section. I thought their score was, I think the paper even said, hey, Central performed really very strong. Great. Yeah. So that's an exciting time. Basketball team beat Pendleton the other night, so what are we going to do with Midwest?
Yeah, yep, we should be in there.
And then So in the bye game, or the first game leading into our bye, it's Greenfield Central and who else?
Who is it?
So Greenfield Central will win that in all likelihood.
They have I think they have a Mr. Basketball candidate.
Yeah, they're very strong.
So that's an opportunity for a fantastic upset, right?
We had a fantastic upset last year. So this
Yeah.
sets us up.
And we were within a basket of Anderson, it's ranked what, 15th? Yep.
That is right.
I don't care what the paper says.
I went to several of the 8th grade Southside games this year, male and female, and the 8th grade boys are really, really, really good. And North grade, 7th graders are really, really, really good. So the future's bright if we can keep it moving forward. Right. Any additional thoughts or anything? Positive things going. Ms. White, anything from you? Okay. You need anything? Mr. Grimm, you okay? Okay. I was glad that they stepped up to that. That's hopefully. Let me know if we want to seek grant funding to help pay for it. I mean, some of those students may have work study, but let me know if we need to seek out some grant funding to help defray the cost of that tutor. Because we could probably get, we can probably get one of the funders locally to help support that. Well, that,
Question about the pool. Are we putting together a strategic plan what to do with that space? What's the center?
Yes. Yeah, we'll have, I kind of see that as we'll have a district group and then also a community group. That's a conversation that's going to be a separate project. Be pretty big.
you're going to store files and.
Files in and then pull it in, right? Yeah.
And then we're gonna cover it with cement.
So on that note, though, we haven't, Northside Pool still sits, that's a green space too, but, it's leased. But anyway, that's a great location of the building on the south side, so.
You remember It's a Wonderful Life,
I want to see it, did that.
where they have a dance floor over the pool? I think that was pretty,
There you go.
just put a dance floor over the pool.
But the point though, it costs money to,
Yeah.
get it plotted and
It's a money pit.
It's a
They're
money
both
pit.
money pits.
they're,
Pardon? Yes, and it's just, our neighbors have a pool in their backyard, and it's not tended. So it's like I'm back in Union County because I hear the frogs over there chirping. I'm not joking. Man. So, okay. We have no media. Media? Are you media? Okay. Okay. Anything further to the good of the order? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Have a nice evening.